Imagine waking up in a totally broken bar but not on Earth. Instead, you're floating in zero gravity, staring out of a window at the curved blue planet beneath you. Theo as the. It might sound like science fiction, but space tourism is no longer just a dream. Private space companies like SpaceX, Blue Origin, and Virgin Galactic are making it possible for ordinary people to travel beyond Earth. But how exactly does it work? Who can go? How much does it cost? And most importantly, a broken bar, when can you book your ticket to space? Stay with us till the end, because today, we're exploring the exciting future of space tourism and how you could become a space traveler. The rise of space tourism. For decades, space travel was reserved for an elite few. NASA astronauts trained for years before launching into orbit. But today, thanks to billionaire space companies, the era of commercial space travel has begun. The biggest players in space tourism. Blue Origin, Jeff Bezos' company, SpaceX, Virgin Galactic, Richard Branson's spaceplane, SpaceX, Elon Musk's ambitious plan to colonize Mars. Each of these companies has already sent civilians to space. Jeff Bezos himself flew on Blue Origin's New Shepard rocket in 2021, and Richard Branson took a trip on Virgin Galactic's spaceplane. But how did this happen? How did we go from space being a government-only operation to private companies selling tickets to space? The evolution of space travel. The Cold War space race between the USA and USSR fueled early space exploration. But after the Apollo moon landing in 1969, interest declined. NASA's missions became focused on scientific research, and budgets were cut. Enter the private sector. The degrees. In the early 2000s, billionaires like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Richard Branson saw a huge opportunity to commercialize space travel. With private funding and innovative technology, they started developing reusable rockets to make space travel cheaper and more accessible. Now, we're closer than ever to everyday people traveling to space. But what exactly does a space tourism trip look like? The space tourism experience. So, what happens when you book a trip to space? Step 1. Training AATMI. Unlike astronauts who train for years, space tourists only need a few days of training. You'll learn AO. How to handle zero gravity AO. Emergency procedures AO. Spacecraft safety protocols. Step 2. The launch F. On launch day, you'll be strapped into a state-of-the-art space capsule. The countdown begins, a broken bar, and then boom. You're propelled into space at over 2,000 miles per hour. After a few minutes, the engines shut off a broken bar and suddenly, you're weightless. Step 3. Zero gravity, the view FO. For about 5-10 minutes, you'll experience the incredible sensation of floating in microgravity. You'll see Earth from space, a sight that only astronauts have witnessed before. Step 4. The return to Earth, IN. After soaking in the view, your spacecraft re-enters Earth's atmosphere and parachutes down for a safe landing. Sounds amazing, right? But here's the big question: a broken bar, how much does it cost? The cost of space travel. The degrees current ticket prices. Blue Origin, $250,000, $500,000. Virgin Galactic, $450,000. SpaceX, $55 million, to visit the ISS. Right now, Space travel is still a luxury for the super rich. But experts believe that in the next 10-20 years, costs will drop significantly, making it affordable for millions. Some companies are even working on space hotels, where you could spend a week in orbit. But what's the future of space tourism? Is it just a rich person's game, or will it become the next big thing for ordinary travelers? The future of space tourism. I registered what's next? Lunar tourism, a trips to the moon. Theo. Mars missions, a SpaceX is developing Starship for a journey to Mars. Space hotels, a companies like Axiom Space are planning orbital hotels. Diaresis. Within the next few decades, we could see millions of people traveling beyond Earth. Just imagine, in 2050, you might be booking a vacation to the moon instead of the beach. Will you go to space? So, the big question is a broken bar: will you travel to space in your lifetime? Would you take a suborbital flight? Would you stay in a space hotel? Would you want to visit the moon or Mars? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more mind-blowing future tech content. Turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Until next time, keep dreaming big and looking to the stars.